Sandy, and I have gorgeous Whitney here. You may recognize her because she has been in one of my videos before. And what we have done to her 7 months ago is what it has been. She has not been in my chair for 7 months. And you want to know why? It's because her hair has grown out amazing. So we are so beyond excited to have her in the chair because she's not necessarily ready for a change because she still loves her hair, but she just missed me. So she has to be here. Seriously. So what we're going to be doing on her hair, and I want to show you guys here. I have my little swatch guy here, and she is literally a natural 7, which is a medium blonde. So she's a blonde to the heart. To the heart, she was born a blonde. Her hair has grown out so beautiful, and it just literally just has matched exactly the way that I have wanted it. But you do see a teeny tiny bit of a little bit of a harsh line. All I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm going to go in here around her crown section, and I'm going to just focus on the crown section only, because back here we really don't need too much action because her hair has just blended out perfect. Right now, Whitney is happy with the tone of her blonde. She has a little bit of some low lights going throughout, and she has a really beautiful blonde color going on. So really the biggest thing that I want to show you guys is how you can actually go in and put a little bit of some highlights just to disconnect any harsh lines whatsoever. So we're still going to be doing kind of that sombre smudge look on her, but we want to just disconnect any lines that we see. We are going to be adding in hair extensions. So Whitney is so excited. We have Bombshell Hair Extensions, premium high quality extension company, and we're actually going to be doing 3 different packs. We have these 2 tones that we are going to intertwine together. Would you say that you're wanting extensions because you want length, or do you want more thickness? What would you say?
Probably a little bit more length.
More length. Awesome. Yeah, so her hair is actually a really good texture. She has a lot of medium texture, so I really think it's just because of the length, which honestly, as women, we all know we just feel a lot beautiful with long, luscious, gorgeous hair. So we are going to be touching up her hair with with a little bit of some highlights going on. I will be using some foils on that so we can isolate and keep heat in. And we also are going to be just adding these extensions in. So this is going to be a fun, quick little tutorial for you guys. And I'm so excited to have Whitney in my chair. So let's get going. Okay, you guys, so we are going to be using the new lightener that I cannot quite announce yet. Do not hate me. I know it's completely annoying when you guys hear, oh my gosh, there's a new product, I don't even know what it is. But it is coming very soon. I'm going to be mixing up my lightener, and you guys are going to mix up with me. And I just want to do 1 ounce of my lightener. And then the consistency really just goes off of how you like it, but it is 1 ounce to 1.5 ounces of developer. I'll be using a 40 volume, and I will be putting in 1.5. Of course, using my color whip. Every time I think of the whip, I want to sing, let me see a whip, whip. Oh my gosh, that song is so overrated right now. And I'm going to whip this for about 45 seconds. So the consistency that I want with this is going to be pretty pasty because I really don't want the hair to move as I'm highlighting her hair. And I will be adding Olaplex in this, you guys, because just in case if I ever have to feel like I overlap the hair, her hair will be protected and her hair will not lack integrity when I'm going over and overlapping the hair. So here's the consistency, and honestly, it's absolutely delicious. So the best thing to just know, you guys, is you want your consistency to be so thick that you literally can tip this bowl upside down without it falling out. All I'm going to be doing is I'm going to add 1/8 ounce. That is all it needs. When you're going in and doing anything with a free hand painting lightener, you want protection, but you also don't want to add too much Olaplex because this will dilute the product, and this does take a lot longer for it to process. So if I were using 1/4 ounce, I would probably have her in my chair 25 minutes longer with lightener on her hair than I would with 1/8 ounce having it on her hair for like a total of 40 minutes. So it really does make a big difference when you use a specific amount of Olaplex. So, hello, how amazing is it that I did not have to do that on my own? The mixer is incredible, and the best thing about it is you know that the Olaplex has been mixed in by a mixer, and it's just, you know, it's completely all in there. So this just adds a teeny tiny bit of more creaminess, the Olaplex does, but it's still thick enough to not drop on the ground or have it too thin. So I have Whitney parted out into kind of a random sectioning, which is what I really like. So back here I have these two triangle sections, and these are the two sections that I'm going to be focused on first. And then here on the sides, I just have it going from her parting down, so I just have two going off to the sides, and then here in the front, these cute little guys in the front here, I want these to be the very last pieces that I focus on because they're around the face. They're already a little bit dry, so we want to make sure this is the last thing that the lightener goes on, and then these will be pulled back, so I will be painting on having going back this way. So we're going to start right back here, and what I'm going to be doing on this is I'm going to be doing a medium weave. I'm going to take a foil here. I'm going to take my lightener and I'm going to focus on the area that's her natural color right through here. So the very first thing, you guys, I want you to know is at first when you're going in here, you're going to just place the color. And then you're going to go in and do your little tedious work that needs to have happen. So I'm going to go through here and kind of feather down where I see a little bit of darkness right through here. I'm going to saturate through this midsection pretty good. Then as you can tell, I still have a little bit of her roots left out. What I want to do on those pieces right through here, I want to take my blur brush, and with this additional color lightener that's on there, what I'm going to just do is roll a little bit of this up. So that way, we still have lightener through right here, but it's not touching those roots. And then right here through this section, I'm not going to just leave it like a line like that. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take tension here on the ends, and I'm going to just roll up just like this. Perfect. Now I don't want to really touch any of this hair, these end pieces, because we love the color of that. So I'm going to just take that and take it off to the side and isolate. So with this next section is I'm going to not weave out. So I'm going to take this section and I'm going to do a baby light. So here on my brush, I have not a lot of product yet. I'm going to hold tension right through here, and I'm going to start painting on this hair. Right where just that dark color is. I am not overlapping on top of the blonde color just quite yet. And I'm still gonna go through here and just press super softly. And I do not want this to seep onto the underside of the hair. So as I lift this up, you guys can see there is no color that's seeping through. The reason why I want to do it this way and not go through here and paint anything on the underside is because I want to create more of a shadowed look, so we still have some of that dimension left into her hair. So I'm going to just go through here and just really focus on stroking it very nicely without penetrating it all the way to the underside of the hair. And when you look at it like that, it's a very blended look, and that is what you call a baby light. With this section where I stop painting, I'm going to just roll up with it. I don't want to do the windshield wiper method just because I just want it to be a very clean line, just like this. And it really just kind of stops where it starts getting really blonde. I'm going to be isolating it with foils. And now that this foil is right here, I don't have to go here and put a foil right there. I can just let that go, and I can go ahead and put a foil right here. Okay, and next section, we are changing it up. We are not doing the same exact thing. And I want to show you and tell you why. And so you guys can get this more of a visual idea of how I'm doing this. So now with this section, I'm going to do a medium fine weave. Guess what's going to happen? This under hair is going to be left out, and that's when I'm going to be able to get that really pretty soft sombre look. So with this section, I'm going to just let this go off to the side and not really deal with it. Adding a foil, applying color. Remember, we're just placing. And the reason why I'm doing a foil in between as well is because I do want this to be on the underside of the hair. So if I'm picking this up, I'm pressing really hard right here and I'm saturating enough that if we pick it up, you can see that color that's underneath. That's exactly what I want to have happen. And just going a little bit higher, right at the roots, not touching the root. Taking the blur brush, taking the hair, adding tension, and rolling up with it. Okay, and same thing up here. We're gonna just roll up. And as you can see, you guys, do you see how we have a teeny tiny bit of those roots left out? That's going to be really good for her because then that way she's not gonna have this line of demarcation coming through. And moving on. Okay, so now when I get to the top here, I want to make sure everything is very blended. So I'm going to just take my blur brush and just kind of softly go up with it. I'm not going to go down, I'm going to go against the grain of the hair. Now I'm going to let this be and do its thing and process and put a foil right on top. Are finished. Okay, so what I want you guys to focus on is we framed her face with all that blonde around her face, so it really kind of pops out her features around her face. And the best thing about this is the fact that it will be literally just so low maintenance on her hair. She really will not have to do much with her hair, with the color at least. And then these, you guys, these extensions, like, we put bombshell extensions in her hair. We put 3 packs because she has a lot of hair. And she's totally down and she's totally fine with it because she's like, the more hair, the better. Because it's true, the more hair, the better. So anyways, you guys, honestly, you can't even tell where her hair is. Her hair is actually at the perfect length for extensions. So a lot of people ask, what length does your hair have to be to blend extensions? I'll tell you right now, the ideal length will be something like hers. So you can't really tell where her own hair is, but her own hair is actually pretty long. She has, oh my gosh, you really can't even tell. Like, where is your hair? Hold on. Hold on. I mean, yeah, okay. Oh, here we go, here we go. So here's like her length. It's like above the boob length right now. That's the length of her own hair. So that's the ideal length to have when you want your hair to be super blended with extensions. Oh, I can't even handle how pretty this is. So you guys, like I said, the transition from the roots to the color are gorgeous. We toned her hair with Shades Q 9V cream with 10 volume and left that on for 25 minutes. And you guys, look at this amazing ponytail. Like, when I see a girl that has a bomb ponytail, I'm like, wear your hair in a ponytail all the time because that's amazing. So you guys, anyways, the shine, the color, the length, everything about this hair is completely incredible. And let me zoom in. I want to show you guys here. So I left out all of this is her own hair right through here. You want to leave out a pretty good amount of hair around the top so they don't show, but she has enough hair to cover all these. So here you go. Here is a blonde extension, and with the technique I like to do with extensions is I do like a brick layer, but with her hair we have like 4 rows in the back and then 3 on the sides. I'm so excited I was able to teach you guys a thing or two about how to refreshen a sombre. You can either take it lighter or darker, whatever your choice is with your client, of course. Make sure you do a consultation. You guys, that is the very most important step, is consultation with your client, because you can think of one thing, but your client is thinking of another thing. So the best thing I would suggest to tell your clients is bring a picture and do your best as a stylist to try to mimic that picture. But I want to really quickly go over a couple steps with Whitney's hair. Now that she has all of this hair and all this gorgeous, a lot of hair, what I suggest her doing is I would recommend getting a silk pillowcase when you sleep at night, just so your hair can slip and slide versus mat in and kind of really create more mats in that weft. And then I always recommend my clients will do like a really loose braid off the side of the hair that you don't sleep on. So literally just take like a good little braid all the way to the ends. And the reason why you do this is because you're gonna protect the hair like inside all this hair. You don't want all this hair to be loose and all over because it will just get everywhere. So you really want to just protect that hair. And also to you guys, I want to suggest making sure, if you're an extension user, the wet brush. Make sure you own one, or if you're a stylist and you're doing extensions to a client's head, give them a wet brush. Invest in it, it's your treat. That's what I do to my clients. And the nice thing is, you guys, that you can just literally, she has tape-ins, but she can just glide over this hair just like this without pulling anything out. And then the other products that I suggest her using, you guys, is of course Olaplex number 3, always, 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 just to protect her hair and her extensions. Anytime you are a blonde or a brunette, I would suggest Olaplex 3. It's a good treatment. It's not conditioner, it's a treatment. So this will be good for any colored hair. And the other couple of products I suggest for extensions is these 2 products. The Redken Pillow Proof primer, and honestly, because now she has so much hair on her head, she's gonna want to prime her hair and just kind of squirt this in. So it takes about like 70, what this stuff does is it pretty much dries your hair, helps dries your hair 75% faster, which is like, we all need that if you have a lot of hair. And then also too, the Redken Pillow Proof Blow Dry. This is the 2-day extender. This is the dry shampoo. And when you have extensions, the best thing you want to do is try to avoid washing your hair as much as possible. I want to make sure my clients use a leave-in treatment on their hair, on their extension hair. This is a leave-in treatment. It's the Redken Anti-Snap. Obsessed. I use it all the time. Apply this on damp hair and it will literally change your life and your hair's life, and you'll love it so much. Holy cow, make sure you're reading your bottles and make sure your bottle says sulfate free. If it does not say sulfate free, do not use it in your hair, because guess what's gonna happen? The salt bonds of the salt of the shampoo is going to get into the tapes, and it's going to pretty much break up the tape that is holding the hair together. So make sure that you're using a sulfate free. The 3 shampoos and conditioners that I highly suggest are these 3. So we have Pureology, Redken Color Magnetics, and Monat's shampoo, which is sulfate free, paraben free, all these things. So all these are my 3 favorite shampoos that are good for not only just extension hair, but normal regular hair without extensions. So these are my 3 faves. Anyways, you guys, I hope I taught you something. That's my goal. That is my goal. I always am trying to educate, teach you guys something that you maybe haven't realized to do or even thought to do, or if it's like a whole new refresher for you. That is my goal for you guys. I love doing what I'm doing. I'm so passionate with hair. It's my all-time favorite. Tell them about your hair. How does it feel?
Oh, it's amazing. Honestly, I can't even see where my other hair, like where my natural hair is. It blends perfect, and the Sombre, or like the Sombre.
Sombre, yeah.
It blends perfectly. Exactly what I want. She nailed it. She absolutely nailed it. It's perfect.
100 stars for me. What? And you guys, her biggest concern about extensions were, I want to just make sure I don't see my hair. Like, you know how you walk around and you see some girls that have like their hair showing like right here, and you're like, oh, she has extensions. That was her biggest concern. She's like, I don't want my hair to look fake. I don't want to be overpowered by hair. So everything she has going is right on point. Anyways, you guys, I love you all so much. Thank you for watching today's tutorial, and I will see you on my next one.